Good evening, everyone, and welcome to week one of Going to the End Zone. It has been a long couple of months, but we finally made it to the high school football season. We are going to soak up all the sports, including high school football, while we can. Takuma Sato wins the 104th running of the Indianapolis 500. He is now a two-time champion. He also won this race back in 2017. Today, though, under caution. It's been 5 years since ISU softball traveled to Wichita as the ace seed of the MVC softball tourney. ISU invited us along for the ride. The rest is Sycamore sports history. We are coming to you live from Cayuga, Indiana, the host side of the biggest high school football game in the Wabash Valley tonight. The 10-1 Park Heritage Wolves against the 10-1 North Vermilion Falcons. We begin with a victory bell battle happening on the south side of Terre Haute tonight. Remember, this game was originally planned for ISU, but after COVID, we move it to south. Hey, thanks, Mike, and welcome to the KFC Yum Center, one of the best venues in all of college basketball. It's hard to come here and not get excited about the basketball season. How about the Indiana State Sycamores? A big one tonight. They will square off with number 4 Louisville. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. North and South Week continuing tonight as the schools trying to get in all the rivalry games that they can. Boys soccer front and center. After North won the girls matchup Monday, can the Patriots make it a soccer sweep? Let's find out and take you to North for the Patriots and Braves. First half, Patriots on the move. You've got to see this play. They blow by the South keeper. This shot looks like it's going in, but South's Will Talon with the save of the night hits the post even. No score still in this one later in the first half. Grant Esper of Terre Haute South with a great ball here towards the North net, but that is scooped up by North's keeper Gabe Brewer. We are still locked out scoreless. North gets another chance. Mason Meeks Johnson with a shot here at the end of the first half. That goes wide of the net, still knotted at 0. Both teams would still battle in the second half. It's Adam Andres with a look. Brewer is there to scoop it up again. No score. Here we go. Under 10 minutes to play, North would finally break through. Noah Sutton finds Will Anders on the move, and he puts this one in the corner. That is the lone goal of the night. 1-0, the Patriots lead, and they win the Cup trophy on the north side. On their home field, they beat Terre Haute South in a good one tonight. 1-0 the final. Hats off to both teams for a very good contest. We caught up with tonight's hero.
Yeah, very exciting. Probably my most exciting moment ever for my soccer career. After I congratulated them, they played very well. We capitalized on our chances, and we came out with a win, so I'm glad with that. Boost our confidence, and we know what we can do now.
High school football, another day closer to Friday. Our big game this week is the Sullivan Golden Arrows hosting the Linton Miners. Friday marks the 103rd meeting between these two schools. Let's check in with the home team, the Golden Arrows, who are 1-0 on the season after beating North Knox 48-19 Friday night down in Bicknell. Sullivan also boasting our play of the night winner for week 1, Rowdy Adams hitting Grant Bell for a 50-yard touchdown pass. The Arrows last beat Linton in 2018. The last time this game was in Sullivan. Just like Friday night's meeting, head coach Blaine Powell played for the Miners, so he understands, both coaches do, how much this means to both communities. Also, there may not be a better rivalry in the state. Since the Miners have won 3 of the last 4, is Sullivan an underdog? Here is Coach Powell.
With the turnover of kids and everything, I don't think there's ever really an underdog, and you know, I think it's going to be a really good game. You know, the underdog or favorite or anything like that, it really doesn't come into play in this game because it's, you know, it's such a rivalry game, and you know, both teams are going to be ready to go and well prepared, and you know, I guarantee you both teams are ready for it.
It's our biggest fan-based game, you know, but this year there'll be people watching from home, you know. Still, everybody's going to try and get their eyes on it. It's something to see. It's the biggest rivalry, one of the biggest rivalries in the state, so.
Sullivan Linton, just one of the many games you'll see Friday night, going to the end zone at 11 p.m. right here on WTWO. Sticking with football, a big day for the Indiana State football family. As a member of the Sycamores, now one of the newest members of the Indianapolis Colts. Here are the details. The Colts have signed Sycamore, an undrafted free agent tight end, Dominic Daphne. He is sporting number 47, getting some work in at Colts camp in Indy today. Very cool to see. 6'3", 235-pounder Daphne was second-team All-Missouri Valley Football Conference last year at fullback. Picked up some newcomer recognition after totaling 635 total yards. He had a team-high 7 touchdowns. He also rushed for 244 yards at Missouri State. So how about a Sycamore who is now on the Colts roster, and we will keep you posted on that. Staying with Indy sports, 2 days after being swept by the Miami Heat in the first round of the NBA playoffs, in a bubble, the Pacers are making a big move. Nate McMillan is out as the head coach after 4 seasons. This is just 2 weeks after the Pacers offered him an extension. He He took over the job right before the 2016-2017 basketball season. During his tenure, he led the Pacers to a 183-136 record. They were only 3-16 in the playoffs, however. His 183 wins as the head coach of the Pacers is third all-time in the team's NBA history. Search is now underway for a new leader of the blue and gold. Nate is out after 4 years. Some big news out of the NBA tonight. After the police shooting of Jacob Blake in the Bucks' home of Wisconsin, the Bucks boycotted their game against the Orlando Magic. Bucks players joining a number of other professional athletes who have come out against police brutality, saying there's not enough being done to make change. In response, the NBA and the NBA Players Association canceled all games tonight. Houston Rockets against the Thunder and the Lakers against the Trailblazers also canceled, along with the Bucks and Magic. Game 5 of each of these series, we think, will be rescheduled. We'll have to wait and see what the league does next. Big changes to the Rose-Hulman fall sports calendar today. The school and league were hoping to have tennis, cross country, and golf this fall. Those plans have now changed as we continue to navigate through these strange times. Here's the latest from the league. The HCAC has voted unanimously to postpone all conference-related contests and competitions, including HCAC championships scheduled for the fall. They were hoping to have some sort of fall season, but now they will focus on future, hopefully after the new year. Today's announcement also says winter sports such as basketball will not hold conference competition prior to January 1st. So like many schools around the country, no fall sports for the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. That is a wrap for sports. More news to come after a quick timeout.
Sports Director Grant Pugh is live at the Speedway, and he just witnessed that finish in person. Grant, what can you tell us?
Hey, thanks, Taylor. Welcome to the racing capital of the world. What a finish indeed. A little yellow in the finish today, but that is okay because Takuma Sato wins the 104th running of the Indianapolis 500. He is now a two-time champion. He also won this race back in 2017. Today, though, under caution. As for the atmosphere on the race today, we knew this race would be unique. It certainly was. Drivers rolling out to their cars pre-race without the fans. An incredible flyover for the Thunderbirds during back home again in Indiana. So the feels were certainly there for the pre-race and for the race. You could certainly tell, though, that something was missing from this 104th running in August, no less, from the atmosphere. However, that does not take away from some of the great driving we saw on the track today. Takuma Sato wins. He's now a two-time champion. Scott Dixon, a great day, comes in second. Coming up in sports, just a few minutes, much more on today's running of the Indianapolis 500. Omar will have the highlights, more reaction on Sato as he wins the day, maybe paving the way for Tokyo Olympics in 2021. For now, we are live at IMS. Taylor, we will toss it back to you in the studio.